Good morning, everybody. This is Joshua with I'm Just Joshing You. This morning, I wanted to share a topic with everybody. At the high level, we're just going to call it Sweetening Up the Lemonade, adding a little bit of sugar to the lemonade. All right, so I've never really heard anybody talk about this the way I'm going to talk about it. But in the past, whenever things are getting tough and situations are happening that make life hard, I found that writing my thoughts down helped me clear my mind. It helps me not only clear my mind, but it helps me find some peace in the middle of my situation. So, because I'm trying to get out the door and get to work this morning, I'm not going to be editing this video, so it's going to be raw. So you'll hear me saying and all kinds of other stuff. But I'm just trying to get this out on the social media this morning for whoever may need to hear it. So here goes. This is my first video for my I'm Just Joshing You social media accounts. And the purpose of the social media accounts for this is to help provide encouragement and be uplifting to those around me. All right, a quick little backstory here. So those who do know me know that as a kid I had a nickname called Smiley. And there was a reason for that. And I learned at a very early age that you have the ability to change your outlook on life and on situations, all dependent upon your perspective. I'm hoping I'm saying this stuff right because I am not a psychologist. I don't deal with human behavior. I don't deal with all this kind of stuff professionally, but this is just stuff I've put together that's helped me cope throughout the years. So back to what I was saying. So when life gets tough, I have a tendency to write things down, and over the years, I got a pretty large collection of writings, but I've wrote about this very topic in the past. So I know everybody's probably heard the old saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, let's talk about that a minute because I have a different perspective about that very saying that may provide you a little hope and a little bit of encouragement. So we all know life will give you lemons, and we all have heard that you can make lemonade with it. But what we never talk about is what you can do with that lemonade. Lemons are sour, and normally lemons are sour if we're being honest about it. And lemonade, unsweetened, is actually pretty sour as well. So when you're going through a hard situation, you're going through a hard time in life, you have the lemons already, and choosing to make lemonade is basically just a way of saying I'm going to deal with the situation for what it is, and I'm going to get through it. But a lot of times, us as humans, we forget that when we're going through a situation, those situations can affect our mental capacity. It can affect our personality. It can affect how we treat others around us. And those things happen not intentionally, but they are a byproduct of the situation that we are dealing with. The stress, the turmoil, the unknowns. Dealing with a situation may actually cause you to be a little bit more sharp than you normally are with those around you. You may not be as friendly. You may not be as open and kind to those around you. So what I want to do is talk about, let's sweeten up the lemonade, okay? And what I mean by that is, look, just because life has given you lemons and you have chose to make lemonade does not mean that you have to drink it sour, okay? You can sweeten it up just a little bit, all right? And this is what I mean by that, okay? So life has dealt me some pretty big lemons in the last 10 years, and I have learned how to take those lemons and make lemonade. I was a professional at that. But what I did not take into consideration is that while I'm making my lemonade and drinking my lemonade, I'm being sour to everybody around me just because of the situations that I'm dealing with. And so, and I'm talking to myself here. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just sharing about my personal experience here. So I've had to step back and say, hey, look, just because life has dealt me some lemons and I have chosen to make lemonade, doesn't mean that I have to drink it sour. I can add a little sweetener in it and change my perspective even more. And I know that's what making lemonade is. It's about changing your perspective. It's about focusing on something a little bit different. It's about taking your situation and turning it into something positive. But if you look at the ingredients of regular lemonade without sugar, it's sour. So, they have sour lemonade and they have sweet lemonade. So if I'm going to drink lemonade, I want it to be sweet. All right. And so this is a few things I want to say about this. Okay. So, having a different perspective about life and having a different perspective about how you deal with those lemon type situations in your life have a huge impact to those around you. If you choose to be sour, those that are around you are going to feel that when they're by you and in your company. I like to try to, and I'm not saying be fake. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can choose to be positive in the middle of a bad situation. All right. And it's something that you have to learn. It's nothing that comes naturally. It is a choice you have to make for yourself. And I made this choice in my teenage years. I haven't always been the best with this, but life has dealt me some crazy situations in the last 40 plus years, and perspective is what helps me deal with it and get through it. So change the way you're looking at the situation, okay? And I mean, you have to understand the situation for what it is. You have to see the lemon for a lemon, and you have to know what the lemon can be used for. But at the end of the day, don't get all down because you're drinking lemonade. All right. Fine. And this is how it works for me. So whenever I'm going through something that's very hard or something that's stressful or something that has my mind worried, what I generally find that's helpful, the way I put sweetener in my lemonade is I try to find at least one positive thing to think about during dealing with that situation. Now, the one positive thing may be something directly related to the situation I'm dealing with. The one positive thing may have something to do with nothing related to the situation. It really doesn't matter. Changing your perspective and adding that sweetener is all about finding something to be happy and thankful for and focusing on that instead of focusing on the lemonade. Okay, so find that one positive thought, find that one positive moment in your day when you're dealing with this situation, whatever the situation may be, and focus. Tell yourself you're going to focus on the positive thing and not let your mind get eat up by the lemonade. Okay? You don't want your brain and your personality and your personality to all be swimming in lemonade. You want them to be swimming in positive thoughts. You want to be giving off positive vibes. And one of the ways you can do that is even though you have a glass of lemonade in your hand, your personality, what you're reflecting should be, hey, look, I may be going through a bunch right now. I might be dealing with a situation nobody knows about, but I show up in the workplace, I show up with a smile on my face, and I let people know that even though things look pretty dim right now, there's that little bright light off in the corner that is giving me hope. And I know that if I hang on to this one little positive thought, it may be the very thing that helps get me through my day. All right. So as you're going through your day to day, think about what your sweetener is. They got sugar, they got sweet and low, they got all kinds of sweeteners out there. Think about what your sugar is. And today, as you're going through your day, dealing with whatever situations you may be dealing with, choose to think about your sweetener and not the lemonade. All right. It will change the way you feel. It will change the way you act. It will change the way you treat others around you. Now, like I said, this is not something that comes natural for a lot of people. And most of the time, folks who choose to look at life the way I'm describing have went through something that has forced them to be positive. They're generally naturally positive people, but sometimes life will deal you a situation and it will kind of open up your eyes to this thought process that I can choose to see the positive in every bad situation. It doesn't mean I'm turning a blind eye to the negative situation. It just means that I make a choice not to focus on the negative, and I am making a choice to focus on the positive. And by doing that, you will see that not only does it improve your daily personality, it improves your daily thought process, it improves your daily um, overall health. You'll see that it helps everybody around you as well. So everybody have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.